Hey, this is Kristina, and you're listening to 97.9 Hot Country and also to 96.3 The Marshall. And on the phone with me today, I have Bri Bagwell. Hey, Bri.
Hello.
And so you told me today you're just like hanging out because you're just traveling all over the place, right?
Yes, I just got home today. Paul is actually just walking in the door, too. He's been gone for like 2 weeks. And so I think we've both been in like 7 or 8 different states in the last 3 weeks, which is so crazy. It feels honestly like it felt before COVID. So this is the first time it's kind of felt back to normal.
That's so awesome, though. Like, for you to be able to get out there, and I enjoy live music, and so I'm so excited to see everybody back out there and performing, and I think the crowds are so excited to see everybody again live. Like, do you feel like there's like a revive about it? Like, people are just excited.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I feel like, people are going back to concerts or whatever. People are going back out late. Like I know for a minute after COVID, if a show is at, 10 p.m. or something, people would like, nope, we're not going. But I
Right.
feel like that's all gone too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Bri, tell me a little bit about yourself for people who aren't familiar with you. Tell me, tell me a little bit about what you do. I mean, like, what does Bri Bagwell do?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been playing with my band for over 10 years full time, which is pretty crazy to say. And I just released my 5th studio album about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. And so I just write a lot of songs and record music and then take it on the road and play live. It's my only job, and it's my favorite thing in the whole world. So I guess if we didn't love it, we wouldn't be doing it because we're gone all the time. And the most important thing is I have a small chihuahua named Whiskey, and I love her.
That is important. I'm a total dog lover, so I get that.
Yeah, she's the best. She goes everywhere.
Oh, that's so exciting. I keep trying to talk Chad, my general manager, into making my dogs the radio mascot, and so far I've been told no. So,
come on, Chad.
I know, right?
I don't know how I feel about Chad anymore.
I know.
I'm just
like,
kidding.
My girls, my girls can come in and they can just hang out. Like they love everyone.
I know. Yeah, it's like therapy. It's without her on the road, I don't know what I would do because sometimes it gets tough or lonely or whatever. And she's my emotional support, and I'm her emotional support human.
Right. Well, it's true. I mean, they do become like family, and I am a total believer in that. And I always feel like I don't know what I would do because I don't have kids or and I live alone. And so if I didn't have my dogs, I don't know who. Like, I would seriously be talking to myself.
I know. Well, I just wrote a song called The Rescue, and I'm recording it right now. I'm in the middle of recording it. It just needs some vocals, and then so I will be putting that out at some point in the near future, but it is obviously about my dogs.
That's so awesome. I love that.
I'll just send it to you.
I love that. I can't wait to hear it. As a fellow dog lover, I can't wait to hear it. So
Great.
You do all that, and you're on the road all the time, and you're performing live, and you're, you're just hustling so much. And I know how much all the artists do hustle out there. But you're a little bit humble because you didn't mention that you've been Artist of the Year. And how many times have you done that?
Oh gosh, I think I've won Texas Female Vocalist of the Year maybe 7 times.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Which is really, thank you. It's nice to get those. I mean, it's what's more exciting to me is that a long time ago there wasn't really that many girls doing it, and every year that I go to the awards, I'm meeting all of these new younger girls that are like, I want to be a Texas country singer. So it's awesome to see the growth of females in the music scene here.
I agree. I don't think there is enough females, and I say that all the time. And on my show on lunchtime on 97.9, I'm always like, let's do like an all-women show. Like, I feel like there needs to be more women out there. We got to be supporting these girls. Us girls got to stick together.
Well, thank you. Yes. I mean, we're slowly changing the games in terms of festivals and stuff. I used to be the only girl,
Mm-hmm.
and now there's more. And so I just believe in creating the best music we can, putting on the best live show that we can, male or female, and then hopefully that it won't matter just because of my gender, eventually.
Right, exactly. Well, and it shouldn't, but I know that I do like to see women out there killing it. I think there's nothing more exciting than seeing another woman succeed and be successful, and doing what they love, what's your favorite part about being on stage? Like, on the touring, what's your favorite part?
Oh my gosh. Well, seeing people like excited to hear original songs or even singing along. I had a song come out called Trenches that just hit #1, and it kind of was my most successful like streaming song, and it got way more Spotify streams than any other song I've ever put out. And I'm not sure why that one's the one that people kind of just latched onto. So to see people singing along with that is just the most fun. I also have like a really great band, so every night we kind of throw in some like surprises. We'll play 90s country, we'll play some Selena, we'll play some Johnny Cash, and it just kind of changes every night, and that's most fun.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. And, I think that that's why people love going to shows is because you play your new stuff, but you also, throw in a couple things that maybe people haven't heard of or that they are familiar with. You know what I mean? But you put fun on it. It just makes it fun.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I know that everybody that comes to a show isn't going to know all of my original songs. So happy to throw in some influences and, tell people the stories behind the songs and play Willie Nelson. And he just signed my guitar, which was pretty cool. So I like to just share those moments with people.
Right. Well, and then I also saw that you are trying to take on some podcasting.
Oh, yeah. You asked me, what do we need to talk about? And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's Monday. And I feel like I haven't slept in weeks, so I totally blanked. I did start a podcast. It's called Only Vans, so a little spin-off silly name, but I basically just trap other musicians in my van.
That sounds like you shouldn't tell people that. Like, I trap people in my van.
Yes, exactly. It sounds very creepy. But they're all my friends, and it's going really, really well. Like, we're getting this amazing response from it. Who knew I would be a podcaster?
Right. Well, I listened to a couple, and I was totally intrigued and love hearing about it. Of course, I love when people talk about real life, and, this is, you're real people, and this is what you do. This is just what you do for a job, and so I enjoyed listening to it. I listened to one with Jarrett Ray Reddick, which I just visited with him last week, and what a cool guy. And
he's the best, right?
Oh my goodness, I could not believe how awesome he is.
Yeah.
And then I listened to the one when you talked to Sarah Hobson about feet, and that was awesome. So if you want to hear those, you should totally check out Bri Bagwell's website and get on there. And Only Vans is the podcast, so that's pretty exciting. So,
thanks for that plug.
Hey, you're welcome.
Perfect.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And I love listening to, again, just real life and what it's all about. Besides, I think we all secretly love, murder mystery podcasts, freaking ourselves out a little bit, but at the same time, you can't stop.
Right. No, I love murder podcasts. I've just stopped myself. I was home alone all day today, kind of, and the laundry made a funny sound, and I was like, well, it's time to turn off the murder podcast if the laundry machine is making me jump.
Right. Well, I feel like it stimulates my imagination maybe a little too much, because I'm driving down the road and I'm like, oh my gosh, that van has no windows. I wonder who they have trapped in there. I wonder if they need help. What am I going to do? If something happens and,
Right. Oh my gosh, I know. And then Paul, he'll come up and come in the bathroom when I'm getting ready or something, and I'll jump and I'll go, and he tells me, I live here. I know. I'm sorry.
I feel the same way. So your podcast is just a great way away from that, so that I'm not having to worry about, the man walking next to me. I mean, I think there's probably a little bit of, there has to be a happy medium. I'm either too naive or too worried about it. There has to be a happy medium.
I agree with you. Well, when you find it, let me know.
Yeah, good luck, right? Right.
Yeah.
So you are going to be in Dodge City on this Saturday, the 5th, for Dodge City Days. You'll be playing at Central Station after the rodeo. And I am super stoked, Bri, because I am planning on being there. So I'm so excited to see your show.
Oh my gosh! Well, that makes my day. Thank you. Yes, we will be there, bringing the whole band, bringing a steel player, and we're just going to do some, honky tonkin and maybe some songs in Spanish, like I said, and it's just going to be a great time. I love that venue. They're awesome.
Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. And Albert, yes, he is a great guy. Like, so fun.
He's the best.
He really is. And then, of course, we have Josh Rosner down there, and we love our Josh. He's part of our family.
Yes.
He's
love him so much. He
family.
bought a vinyl off my website not too long ago. I was like, what are you doing? Stop.
Well, yeah, and if you guys get a chance, you should totally go see Bri's show and go down to Dodge City Days, do the rodeo, and then go out to the show. It's going to be a really fun night. And, it is a later concert, but you know what? It's going to be hopefully a beautiful evening, and you're not going to, die of heat at 10 o'clock at night compared to, 7 o'clock.
Oh, gosh, I know. It is steaming down here in Texas, in New Braunfels. It's crazy.
I feel like we've had more humidity than, we had, no rain forever, and then we just got, a ton of rain, more rain than I ever remember in the beginning of the summer here in northwest Kansas. And I was like, really? It's humid, and it's never humid here. And I'm like, this humidity, it is true. It just makes it worse.
Oh, yeah. I'm from New Mexico, so I grew up with heat, but not humidity.
It's different.
Heat. Yeah. Dry heat is definitely much more tolerable.
I totally agree. You don't just, instantly start sweating when you go outside and, I have to shower again because I'm sweating again. So tell me about your new single.
Oh, yeah. I have, this is, I think, my third single maybe off of the last record. It's called Hello Highway, and it's a song about loving being on the road, and I thought it was mainly a musician song about my life, but it's really everybody who likes to travel, anybody who likes to go places and jump in the car and likes the sunset out the window and the sound of the tires. And so I wrote it, and then we decided to call the summer series of shows the Hello Highway Tour, because I think I'm going to be in 8 or 9 different states in between, I don't know, May and August. It's crazy, maybe even more than that. And I went to Mexico. So a couple countries and 10 different states.
Right.
So lots of road miles.
You really need to say hello, highway.
Yes, that's exactly. We meet again.
Right. So what do you do when you're on the road? Do you sleep? Do you are you do you take your turn driving? What do you do?
I have been actually doing a lot of driving lately. We're in between crew people right now. Mm-hmm. So, but I like to drive first thing in the morning anyway, even if I am fully staffed, just because it's kind of a time for me to think and I put my headphones on and put something like an audiobook on or just silence. Actually, it's just so good. Sometimes we're always being stimulated. So I drove in silence the other day, and it was very interesting. Zane Williams told me, he was like, you should just be alone with your own thoughts every once in a while. And I'm like, ooh, what if I'm going to try that? And sure enough, I got a song idea almost right away. So, but I like to drive because the boys are all asleep in the morning, so they're quiet. That's why I take that shift.
So you don't have
but I like to sit in the passenger seat and answer emails, too. I get my laptop out and have my dog and my laptop, and I'm in my happy place there.
So your dog, does it ever go, and his name's Whiskey, right?
Yes, her
name is Whiskey, sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
No problem.
No, I get that. And so does she go on stage with you sometimes?
Yes, she does. She knows. Well, the last song, sometimes it depends on who's with us, but apparently she knows that that's the song that she gets to run on stage, and so she'll be sleeping backstage, and then when she hears the last song kick in, she gets up, starts stretching, ready to make her stage appearance.
Her stage appearance. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Isn't it funny how they just know?
Yeah, she knows. She's so smart. But we were backstage. We played with Josh Abbott a couple weeks ago, and she had her headphones on. She has her own headphones, and he called me up to sing, and I wasn't really quite expecting it, so I took my dog with her headphones on to see to sing with Josh. It was pretty funny.
Oh, how cute. I love it. I love it.
He's
well,
so cute.
how do you? I guess I always ask musicians this, and this is like because I think I admire what you can do, and you play instruments, but you also you write almost all of your own music, right?
Yes.
And how? I mean, you said okay, driving songs come to me, so it just comes to you. I mean, like, do the lyrics come first? Does the music come first?
I usually write them together. I also really have learned I have to force myself to write because 6 months will go by, we're so busy, and I won't write a song. So I kind of just make sure I carve out that time to be creative. And I was in this song game. We call it song game with my producer, where she was giving me a word or a phrase, and I had to write a song using that word or that phrase every single week. So I wrote one song a week for a long time. And so now Paul and I have our own group that we run, and we write a song every 2 weeks. So it's a little more lenient, but that's still a lot of songs.
That's a lot
so
of
there's
songs.
a lot of bad stuff in there, but then eventually, you get 11 that I loved, and I put them on a record. And I'm already ready for another record.
Really? That's so great. How exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, because it was just last August that you dropped your last one, and it's doing amazing. And yeah, I'm just so happy for you. I like to see people, again, I like to see people succeed. So I'm so excited for you.
Well, thank you. It's been going very well, and I just appreciate everyone listening and streaming and buying and coming to shows and giving me the coolest job in the world.
Right? You're so lucky. You're so lucky. So, what is your favorite song? I mean, I know this is like choosing a favorite child, but do you have a song that you wrote that just is special to you?
Yeah, I think the last song on the record is a song called "Old Together," and I just wrote it about. I've always kind of had a fear of dying young, and we had a friend that died before her time, and it kind of just changes the way that you think about time and love, and if it was taken from you in an instant. So the song's called "All Together," and it's kind of a love song, but with a little bit of a morbid twist to it, I guess.
Right, right. Well, it's a beautiful song. So I just, yeah. Well, thank you so much, Bri. It's been an honor to visit with you, and I appreciate you taking time out of your day to visit with us. And I want my listeners to, if you are not familiar with Bri's work, you should totally look it up and see what she does, because not only is there slow songs, romantic songs, and stuff that you can relate to, there's fun songs, and any mood that you're in, I'm sure you can find a song by Bri that will fit it.
Wow, that's so nice. Thank you. I tried around it. There's some beer stuff. There's some some cowboy stuff. I agree. I try to do a little bit of everything, but that's so nice of you. Thank you so much.
I think one of my favorites, and this is just because it's super fun, is Beer Pressure. Because I feel that a lot of the time.
That is so nice. Thank you. We might do that just for you then, but
right?
We play a drinking game to that song.
Oh,
so you might
man.
have to get up on stage and play the game with us.
I probably would say okay.
Perfect. Well, then we can count on you. Great. It's on the radio now, so there's no getting out of it.
Right. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, this is Kristina, and and this is Bri Bagwell, and you're listening to Hot Country 97.9 and 96.3 The Marshall. Make sure you see Bri at Central Station in Dodge City after the rodeo at Dodge City Days.